I guess this is what Biden was doing over the weekend. Yes, I know if you guys checked out this is the first video of the day, and I'm just going to do this one last disclaimer here. I know, forgive me for the day, but I'm a little bit frazzled, obviously. It's incredibly cold here. It was 50 below this morning when I went for a fucking run, and it hasn't really warmed up today. And then, of course, when I go to record my videos for the day, and that's why everything's so painfully fucking long-winded today. Well, not really long-winded, just putting them up's a little bit long, and I'm trying to keep everything a little bit shorter, so just flip reverse that statement there. But no, as soon as I went to go sit down and record my videos for the fucking day, my very nice computer with a lot of very expensive fucking components just decided to shit the cocksuck in bed. It was on its last legs, and I was talking about it, how, I was just going to be taking some time off there. Hopefully it would just, a little less electrical current running through the fucking system. Hopefully that would help, but no, it's just bricked. So gonna be in here in the office here for a minute with a very different surroundings, to say the least. And this was just kind of thrown together. So maybe if everything's not exactly as perfect, we'll just refine it tomorrow, because more likely than not, thanks to this chip shortage that's around there, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a CPU in a timely fucking fashion. So maybe get used to the surroundings. It's kind of a nice closet door back there, so maybe the surroundings a little bit nicer, a little bit less festive, but it's a perfect way to end this fucking failure of a year. So what was Biden doing over the weekend? Well, he was making phone calls to people. I don't really know what the fuck this is on about, but he got told, he got hit with a "Let's Go Brandon," as close to face as he will actually do with any member of the American public. So, American man who told Biden "Let's Go Brandon" says he's received threats. Why? I didn't even hear about this, okay? I was just scrolling through trying to figure out what the fuck we should talk about on the day, and then I just seen this. It's like, okay, an Oregon man who said "Let's Go Brandon." Was he in Portland? Is he like downtown Portland where things are still burning intermittently? Maybe, perhaps. I don't really know. So the Oregon man who drew international headlines when he told President Joe Biden "Let's Go Brandon," international headlines over the Christmas weekend, take that with a grain of salt, maybe a bucket perhaps. During a telephone call over the weekend, said his comment was made in jest. Obviously, nobody... Okay, if you wanted to tell Biden to go fuck himself, you don't resort to a months-old meme at this point. It's just about aged out. Come on. Jared Schmeck, a father of four, told the Oregonian on December 25th, man, these godless journalists out there trying to get the fucking scoop on Christmas Day, that he is being attacked for utilizing my freedom of speech, and is now receiving threatening phone calls. Dun, dun, dun. The call was streamed online, drew media attention in part to Biden's response. He told Schmeck, "Let's go, Brandon. I agree." Biden didn't appear to get affected by it at all. Schmeck's quip. Okay, obviously, probably because he didn't even know what the hell was going on. Yeah, it sounds like Biden. Fucking old bastard. Schmeck, a former police officer who works for the power company, said his family typically calls into the NORAD Santa tracker on Christmas Eve every year and didn't know it was being live streamed. I understand there's vulgar meaning to "Let's Go Brandon," but I'm not that simple-minded. Really? Okay, but you're going to try to grandstand on this, whatever. No matter how I feel about him, he told the outlet, adding that he has no ill feelings towards Biden. I don't either. The man himself, he's just an old doddering fool who should be spending the rest of his days in the best comfort that he can possibly afford, spending his day with a little blanket on his lap on his front porch, while wondering what Hunter's doing with his time. Well, better left unsaid what Hunter's doing with his time. I just don't like his policies, or whoever writes his speeches for him, or what he continues to push, or what he's accomplished over his first year. But other than that, Biden seems like a great guy. Oh yes, but Schmeck here said that he could be doing a better job as president. Biden seems like he's a cordial guy. There's no animosity or anything like that. It's just merely an innocent jest to express my God-given right to express my frustrations in a joking manner. I love him just like I love any brother or sister. That's a little bit weird. You've never met him. You never even seen him face to face, theoretically. Schmeck said he isn't a supporter of President Donald Trump, mostly because you're being interviewed by the Oregonian, and if you out yourself as a Trump supporter in Oregon, you're liable to have your place peacefully protested by a fiery but mostly peaceful Antifa mob. but is a free-thinking American, a follower of Jesus Christ. Okay, if you're such a strong follower of Jesus Christ, why did you take an interview from a communist outlet on Christmas Day? I don't get it. But yeah, that's not all. They just decided to dox him. Okay, you just said, yeah, it was just a little bit of a fucking joke. Obviously, it was a bit of a joke, but no, blue and on. So all of the Twitter weirdos that are out there, that's what that term is, okay? If we're not all up on our memes, and regrettably I am, celebrates Christmas by doxing father who said, "Let's go Brandon," to Joe Biden. Of course they did. After her dad signed off his call to President Biden with a "Let's go Brandon," along with the greeting "Merry Christmas," liberals on Twitter freaked out, claiming that it is not the way to talk to the commander-in-chief. Meanwhile, if you just scroll back a year and change on their timeline, they're probably wishing death and destruction and cancer on Trump. But no, our guy's in there now, and you have to be cordial to him, and you have to be nice to him because he's an old man. In a classic cancel fashion, Rob Filipowski, Fiddler, who monitors Trump's diehard base. Yeah, okay, so a clearly sane individual, and resigned from the DeSantis administration in Florida over a data collection hoax, took it upon himself to find the Oregon dad and share his details on Twitter. The Oregon's dad's name and social media information was posted. It was on Christmas Eve during a call between President Biden, First Lady Jill, and the children who were calling into NORAD to track Santa. Dad spoke up at the end of it all and said, "Let's go, Brandon," to which the president said, "Let's go, Brandon, I agree." Okay, literally, he doesn't know what the fuck is going on. So why is everybody else spurging out on his behalf? "I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas as well," the dad says. "Merry Christmas, let's go, Brandon." He laughs after he gets off the phone. Reactions to the dad are both supportive and dismayed. Libs of TikTok, oh yes, hoped that in the event that the dad gets fired, a GoFundMe is shared. God, if he gets fired from the fucking power company over just a joke that even Joe Biden got in on, oh man, that'd be depressing, but wouldn't be surprising. Okay, so yeah, a dox by just putting his social media information out there. Yeah, I don't really know about that, but if they start to get his name, his actual place of work, then we got something to talk about. But just to touch on shit that we've talked about quite a bit on the channel anyways, and it kind of just segues nicely off of that guy, because I don't anticipate anything really going on. Well, maybe it's going to be a slow news week, and these weirdos were probably dismayed because Saturday the stores were closed, so they couldn't get any cat food. So maybe they could be batting us around for a while, but we got Buzzfeed, the news outlet for these weirdos, even if they read news. Mostly lefties, okay, and liberals and all those kind of weirdos that are out there. Not regular liberals or the leftists that are out there. Not like the left-right paradigm. You guys know what the fuck I mean, okay? The leftists who are out there, they use Buzzfeed as their main news source. What are they trying to do? Oh, they're just trying to deplatform a bunch of people. White parents. Specifically. Why? I'd imagine it's probably CRT related. Buzzfeed wants to deform white parents, and the reason is white parents are allegedly the ones behind the rallies against critical race and gender theory indoctrination in schools. Okay, why are most of the viral videos that are out there? I can think of 3 that feature black parents, but yeah, no, they're probably just internalizing their white supremacy or some other dumb shit like that. As such, Buzzfeed's Alessa Dominguez posits that they should simply not be listened to or permitted to speak. Fair enough. You always know that you have a good, strong opinion or thought if you need people to shut up, and you can't even take a cursory amount of criticism on it. The article, simply titled "Deform White Parents," gets right to the point, complains that media gives too much space to those who are opposed to transgender or anti-racist ideology, and it claims that opposition to critical race theory and critical gender ideology set the terms of debate by centering media narratives around a well-being of white women and children. What a fucking sped. The article misses entirely that the majority of parents of all racial backgrounds, as Christopher Rufo notes, oppose critical race theory in the curriculum. Yeah, it's 80% of parents who are firmly against this shit, but yeah, no, it's just the white people that are out there. Just imagine living with such an inferiority complex. During the past year and a half since children were sent home to engage in remote schooling, parents became a little bit more aware, because if they're sitting at a computer screen and they're just trying to do their schoolwork, you got another parent who's sat at home wondering, oh, what's Timmy studying? Oh, you're doing humanities work. Why is everything around racism, and why are some of the teachers just trying to teach you about transgenderism and how you're really just a tranny? I don't really get it. So, school board meetings filled with angry parents who wanted answers as to why their children are being taught in the country is systematically and irredeemably racist, or that little boys could become little girls, or that black Americans are oppressed to the point of being unable to achieve. Number 44? Anyways, the parents were white, black, Chinese, Latino. They came from different religions and traditions, and all want their children to be properly educated and not politically indoctrinated. Yet, Buzzfeed claims, as NBC's Brandon Zadrani did, that the movement of parents sticking up for their kids was nothing more than right-wing racist plot funded by dark money coming out of think tanks like the Manhattan Institute. That's a new one. Haven't heard of that one. It's normally Koch brothers or something like that. Where Christopher Rufo is a fellow. Makes sense, trying to take a little pot shot. Instead, the understanding what parents have been upset about, BuzzFeed makes the same tired claim that parents were upset by the idea of talking about race, as though race isn't talked about all the time, constantly, from every corner of the country. Exactly. What parents are upset about are the lessons that said outright differences between white and black people are more than skin deep, obviously, but who's to blame for all this stuff? Well, the media. And it's the media that should not be giving any space to the opposition of critical race theory and gender theory, she writes. Trans journalists are woefully underrepresented. Yes, both of them. And they're probably not good in newsrooms. Nobody wants to see a tranny on the news desk, okay? Especially the demographic of people who still watch the fucking news. They're going to be freaked out more than me. Or anybody my age. Dominguez calls the reporting on opposition to critical race theory and gender theory misinformation. Oh my god, I'm glad you're the arbiter of truth. Simply because it doesn't align with progressive propagandistic perspectives. She takes issue with media outlets even discussing that there are any opposition to critical and gender theory. Oh my god, the only reason they could have opposing views on critical race and gender theory is that they're being paid to do so, according to Dominguez. She ignores the masses of evidence and those theories, and that their perpetuation in the classroom are wildly unpopular. Unable to debate or address those concerns of the parents, she simply wants them to be shut up. And don't you dare mutter, "Let's go, Brandon," because we got a new rope and some gallows for you. Yeah, these people are clearly unhinged, obviously. But it's all about silencing. No jokes, no humor, no concerns to be voiced. You're just supposed to shut up and believe. But these 2 years have been taxing, okay? And I'm starting to see another light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm feeling a little bit more optimistic about the way things are going, okay? I think this short-term failure, or this really short-term tough period, slowly coming to an end. Hopefully. Maybe I'm just being overly optimistic. But anyways, guys, with that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.